There's more! I'm back! CGI shit!
I rest my case.
It was fucking horrible!
Yeah, I figured this is the best place to start it. Fun fact, this is actually my grandfather's old Super 8 video camera. Fujica 8EE. I don't know how common these are, but regardless, hey guys, what's happening? Oh, camera's there. It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another opening night. This time it's a Patreon sponsor review, once again, and this time, Tomb King has requested me to talk about a film that I remember seeing advertisements for as a kid, but I have sadly forgotten about it until finally watching it. Never seen this movie. Wild America from 1997. And, wow! Where to even start with this one? So, I had no clue what I was going into with this movie. The only things I remember about this movie were the advertisements, I believe, on a couple of Warner Brothers home video releases, Batman and Robin, and I think one other movie on VHS. They promoted this movie. This was at the time that, I believe, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who was a popular child star of the 90s, this was one of his last hurrahs. Don't know what this guy's doing nowadays, but this is one of his last movies at that age where he was like a huge popular child star up there with like Macaulay Culkin and shit. And the movie, I remember seeing the advertisements for it thinking, alright, one of those raunchy Jonathan Taylor Thomas 90s kids movies, okay. What's funny is, I think my sister used to watch this movie a lot. I think she used to watch this. I had never seen this up until this review. I actually had to have a hard time finding it. It was nowhere in streaming, not on Netflix. It wasn't even available on Amazon Prime, which I thought it would be on. You had to buy and rent the damn thing. Thank God someone uploaded it on YouTube, widescreen HD, looks fantastic. But on top of that, looking into the DVD itself on Amazon, it's worth a pretty penny. So this movie's just completely forgotten about. Two-time, nobody knows what the hell, where the hell to get a copy and find this movie. But regardless, I finally watched it, and I was not expecting much, and I came out of it surprisingly with a lot of fun. What is the story behind this movie exactly? Well, it turns out, believe it or not, it's based on a true story. It's basically about these three brothers that live, I think, in like somewhere out in the Rockies of America, and it takes place in the 1960s, so it's very hippie-driven. The music's fantastic, by the way. The soundtrack's rocking with that 60s album. A lot of Austin Powers tracks, you might know. What is it? Magic Carpet Ride by Steppenwolf. Born to be Wild. I remember that being all over the advertisements. So, a lot of Steppenwolf in the soundtrack, a couple other pieces. It's a really great album. Really great soundtrack for this movie. But it's about these three brothers who work at their father's mechanic shop, and they're building a plane. His dad's like either fixing or repairing a plane or whatever. And two of the older brothers, or all three of them, actually make movies. Surprisingly, like they make movies on a Super 8 camera. Now this isn't the same one they used in the film, but it's literally an 8mm camera, basically doing Jackass videos in that time before digital video was even a thing. So basically, Super 8 Jackass. It's really funny, actually. I'm just gonna put the camera down there for a sec. And eventually they decide, well, they go to the film developers to get the Kodak film developed, and then they see in the shop there's a 16mm film, which is like, ooh, 16mm camera, high resolution shit. So they decide, okay, let's get the money, let's go out and just do a documentary. Like, do a documentary about wildlife out there before it's all gone. And so they go out there, and it's a big brother road trip adventure where they capture footage of these wild animals of all kinds out in the States. Gators, bears, snakes, all kinds of shit. Very much basically doing documentary film. And it was interesting because watching it, I'm like, I like this vibe. It's very much like a Spielberg kind of like Super 8 where it's like these kids are making a movie, but they're also kind of employing that sort of National Geographic documentary feel, or those natural dramas that like Marion C. Cooper used to do back in the 30s. It's all about capturing majestic moments on film and then showing it to people and then saying we're going to shoot the rest later in post, fix it in post. And honestly, watching this film, not knowing a damn thing about it, I came out surprisingly really entertained. This movie is actually not only a fun family film, it's a great period piece, it's a great story about these group of brothers who actually I think they end up doing like an actual Wild America series on PBS. They end up like going to like either PBS or CBS, I can't remember, but they sell their footage to like a TV company for this nature series for television. So it's based on that. I didn't know it was based on a true story. The movie is directed by, I can't remember what his name is, but he's directed some pretty decent films. He did Harry and the Hendersons, which I really love, and Angels in the Outfield, which is actually my favorite baseball movie. So this guy's a competent director. So we have a competent director, a competent cast. The mom is played by the mom from Titanic. Rose's mom. I was like, oh, you're in this movie. And then Scott Fargus from A Christmas Story is in this? Oh my god, this is a cast and a half! And I was really entertained by this. This was a fun movie. I knew we were kind of on the right track when it opens with the Morgan Creek production logo, and it's using the music from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the Michael Combs score. I'm like, okay, we're already in good hands. You know they're confident with this movie when they have to play the Robin Hood music. Alright, cool. But, overall, this movie was a lot of fun. The pacing was relatively nice. You get to know these characters, you get to know these kids, you're rooting for them, you're all about their filmmaking stuff. You want to see them capture a lot of this stuff on film. The amount of funny adventures they go on to just get the shots, or they come across, like, they do, like, these little antics and stuff. And at the end of the day, there's also a very nice family story behind all that that's really about this brotherhood, their connection to their father, how their father's sort of like a dad who's kind of lost his faith and lost his ability to dream. And so the kids have to bring him up again and say, hey, you can dream, Dad. We can all dream and live our lives. And the dad's like, eventually warms up to it. It's a very heartfelt ending. I will say it had a bit of an epilogue. I thought the climax was basically they'd be in this bear cave and they would just get the footage and then go home and screen it. But no, there's a whole, like, extra 20 minutes added where we have to focus on Jonathan Taylor Thomas is wanting to fly with his dad, and I think his dad made a false promise. So the kid's like, screw it, I'm gonna fly this plane, and it's a warplane, I think, for World War II. And the whole extra climax where they're literally flying in the air on this plane, and a lot of that was done practically. Only thing I wish is the brothers should have brought the camera. That would have been great footage. But overall, like, that was just a well-shot film. A lot of the wilderness is well executed. Like, they definitely took their time with the cinematography. I will say one thing that is a drag with this film, and I'm going to sound like a huge hypocrite for this. The effects suck. The effects fucking suck in this movie. I don't know what the budget for this was. It was probably low. Very ambitious, but man, for a Hollywood film, the effects are bad. I mean, a combination of terrible blue screen effects. Like, again, for the limitations at the time and the budget, it's fine. But man, what they had, like, they couldn't shoot obviously every animal. They had moose, bear, and shit. And whenever there was like a dangerous animal at times, they had to either use puppets, like animatronic puppets. I swear, the gator scene, I swear to God, they just reused the puppets from Jumanji or something, like the same puppet. of one of those gators in some of those close-ups. Then the moose is a puppet, and it looks like something out of, like, looks like roadkill from the Neverending Story. It looks like it's suddenly when, like, it goes up with Jonathan Taylor Thomas on top of its antlers, it becomes Falcor for a second. It's like, roar! Its eyes are bulging. And then, oh god, the climax. Now, granted, they did shoot real animal footage when they could. And kudos to them. They actually used real animals, and they did film them properly. No animals are harmed. But man, in some of those shots, they are terrible bear costumes. These are bear costumes you could have bought at a Spirit Halloween. They're awful. I was kind of laughing because you could tell in the composition. As a kid, you wouldn't recognize it, but as an adult, you're like, oh, that's unfortunate. The effects suck. I will admit, they do use it to their advantage, though. They're well lit, they're lit very dark, so you can't tell the difference. But on top of that, the way it's edited is still pretty quick cut, where you can easily try to fool the audience. And even at times, the fake puppetry works to its advantage. There's like a whole scene with, like, they have to walk over rattlesnakes, and a rattlesnake pops up and tries to bite Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and it actually got me. It started me. I'm like, oh, Jesus. But what made it so funny is, like, it's just this rubber-rodded puppet, and I'm like, I shouldn't be scared of this, but the way it's edited and the tension, it works here. Again, I'm so surprised how fun this movie is, and I'm shocked that it's not many people have kind of forgotten about this one. This is a forgotten 90s movie. This came out in 1997, and I believe it was sort of like, yeah, same year as Batman and Robin, and a lot of movies weren't doing that well that year. That was during the Dark Age, and this is one of those movies that I wish they took time with. And I'm already running out of, like, camera memory, so hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that, battery. I've only got 10 minutes left, but yeah, I'm just surprised that this movie didn't do as well as it did, and that's unfortunate for a film like this. But I'm just gonna wrap this up here because, again, like, we're kind of short on time on this one. Overall, Wild America, I had a really good time with this movie. It's very easy to get into. It's a fun family film. It's a great biopic on a group of real-life brothers who ended up doing something in their lives for television and documentary. It's got that, like, Cooper National Geographic vibe to it. While the effects suck, while the effects aren't really that good, it's still competent for what it was. I'm overall, like, very impressed with this. I would definitely show this to friends at some point. I'm gonna give it, like, a decent, like, 9.5. This was a great recommendation by Toon King on Patreon, and I had an overall good time with it. If you guys have seen this movie, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's easily forgotten about for a reason? Or do you think it's an underrated gem of the 90s? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, guys, Patreon sponsored requests are always appreciated through, funding our show and or sending us the movie via mail. We've actually got a few movies here that were sent to us via mail that we actually do want to get to at some point. But we really appreciate the support from your end, guys, and a huge thank you to Toon King for sponsoring this episode. So, that's all I gotta say about Wild America. I had a really good time with this. It is on YouTube, if you can find it. Watch it. It's a damn good, entertaining ride. So, that's all I gotta say. Until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, saying go watch Wild America. It's a good movie. Like, it's a fun family film, and it's worth your time to check out. So until this next time, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.